The opportunity to grow up in a healthy environment should be the birthright of every individual. But in Brazil, a land of great contradictions and disparities of wealth, everyone is not afforded this opportunity. Yet there is hope. Dr. Zilda Arns Neumann is working tirelessly to change the picture of healthcare in Brazil, especially for the children. Her work began in 1983 when she was asked by the church to help reduce the high rates of malnutrition and infant mortality in her home country. It didn't take her long to accept the challenge.
As a physician, I saw patients with illness easily cured. I told my children, tonight I will begin to save millions of lives in Brazil.
That night, she went to bed pondering how she could accomplish this enormous task. The answer came to her in the biblical story of how Jesus fed the crowds with only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. She knew if she could rally the help of others, she would see dramatic results. From this revelation arose Pastoral de Crianca, a nationwide network of more than 200,000 volunteers and leaders from 40,000 communities in Brazil, offering faith and life to millions of families. Today, community leaders, each following an average of 13 children, are working together with a network of churches and volunteers, many of whom are poor women themselves, to address such monumental issues as unemployment, homelessness, hunger, addiction, and broken families. Reducing malnutrition and infant mortality continue to be a primary concern and begin even before a child is born, with the education of the pregnant woman. From proper prenatal care to breastfeeding, mothers-to-be learn important lessons to ensure a healthier infant. Dr. Neumann's goal is to influence the whole development of children under the age of 6, even teaching families the importance of play in the growth of a child. A vital means of accomplishing this goal is through the 1.3 million home visits made by volunteers every month. Often, the happiest day of the program in local communities is Life Celebration Day, where community members gather to weigh a young child and learn new ways to ensure healthy child development. It is a time of happiness, a time of celebration, and a time of hope as families begin to see a future for their children. Faith is often the central theme of celebrations in Brazil, with colorful costumes and elaborate ceremonies. But Dr. Neumann takes her faith beyond celebration to social action. Pastoral de Crianca is actively changing lives. It is breaking barriers and creating new frontiers, reaching millions of families in Brazil alone. More importantly, the work of the Pastoral de Crianca now extends far beyond the borders of Brazil, as the concept of using a network of volunteers is being replicated in other countries. Dr. Neumann created a different way of looking at the problem of malnutrition and infant mortality, and her success was almost immediate. In the small municipality where her work began, infant mortality dropped from 127 deaths per 1,000 births to only 28 deaths in just 1 year, and malnutrition declined significantly. Yet Dr. Neumann refuses to take the credit. "It's not about me," she says.
This is God's work, not mine. It's been a miracle since it started. I thank God because, as a physician, I can save lives and help the church with this pastoral opportunity to evangelize to families. I thank God on my knees because He gave me the instrument to do this work.
And she isn't finished yet. There currently are 9 million children in Brazil living below the poverty level. She estimates that Pastoral de Crianca has reached 20% of those children. She wants to reach at least 50% of the children in Brazil, as well as replicate the model in other countries of need. So as the sun sets peacefully on another day in Brazil, Dr. Neumann's work continues, bringing health, hope, and love to those who need it most.